It's funny how a lot of people that have insomnia feel like they are very unique and that there might not be a lot of people that understand what they're going through. But the reality is, in clinic, I see so many different types of people, from entrepreneurs to doctors, nurses and surgeons, and all sorts of different medical people, teachers, security guards, mums, dads, lots of different family members. It really doesn't matter who you are or how healthy you are or how good you are at meditation, how fit you are. It does not matter. We still can get plagued by sleep problems. And interestingly, even astronauts can have disrupted sleep. And the reason I mention that is because part of my experience was in something called chronobiology, which is like the timing of sleep and really getting into the genetics of sleep. When I was working at Harvard Medical School, doing lots of sleep research, I was a circadian technician. We did some research for NASA because they wanted to understand how an astronaut might adapt their natural sleep-wake cycle to, for example, a Mars day, because a Mars day is different from an Earth day. It's slightly longer. Doing these kind of bits of research really taught me that, actually manipulating our sleep-wake cycle is really interesting, and it's all to do with timings and things that can influence your natural chronobiology or your circadian rhythms, you may have heard. And that is any kind of process that sort of changes over a 24-hour period, as it has like a 24-hour pattern to it. We found it quite hard actually to manipulate the circadian rhythm to allow us to live on a Mars day. Now, this was a long time ago, so research has progressed since. But it raises a really interesting point that a lot of us who have specialised in various different fields of sleep medicine and go on to be specialists in insomnia, we have studied chronobiology quite a bit. And it's important, because if you understand the timing of sleep and the genetics of sleep, and you understand that there are certain things that can significantly influence the timing and scheduling of your sleep, then you're one step closer to be able to manipulate it in order to, or shift it onto a different time pattern, time zone and things like that. With the Mars day, it was particularly hard for the astronauts, but that's because we were dealing with a completely different cycle. Whereas most of us on this planet, we have our own Earth cycles, which are just about 24 hours or a little bit less in most people. And so, we've got much more research in understanding how to manipulate our circadian rhythms and what can influence them significantly. For example, light and melatonin, two key things that can really help your circadian rhythm get shifted or put it back to where it's supposed to be. And that kind of knowledge is really helpful. As you can imagine, I get lots of different types of insomnia patients, and also people with circadian rhythm disorders, so people with problems with the timings of their sleep as well.